Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is the cheapest land in Mendocino County, California. So I was just looking at the markets. I just lowered the price on this one, making sure it's the cheapest one because that's what we do, RealVacantLand.com. So take a look at this and see if it perks your interest. This is 0.43 acres, and it's on a road with a power line. There's a bunch of big trees, and you can drive right up to it and take a look at it. So here we go. Let's show you on the website. RuralVacantLand.com is my website. It's a little website. These different properties for sale on there, and we got some pictures going by. So we'll pull these up. So these are actual pictures of the property. The roads down below. This was a drone shot of the area. So it's let me figure out where we're at. We'll see. Okay, so here's the road, and the property's here in the woods. So there's just a bunch of trees, and it's here in the woods. Here's a shot of the hills and mountains and things around the area. Here's the road that goes out in front of the property. Here's some more shots of the trees and from above. Let's see if we can get. Okay, so here's a map. There's a topography map. There's all kinds of details. So here we go. So here's some lot action. So it's Blue Lake Road. So there's no sewer on this road in this neighborhood, but so people are putting in septic. And so there's a house next door. They've got a driveway that comes back, and they're built back behind here. And it looks like they've been cutting some trees and bush around the area. A lot of people do this in the area to keep the fire danger away from their house. So as we look at this one, there's just trees all over the place, and everything just kind of disappears into the trees. See if I got the right spots. Here's driveway. So here we go. So here's a shot of the street. It looks like it might have been raining a little bit when this shot was taken. There's a power line running down the street. There's a water line that runs down the street, and you could tap into the water line, the power line. They charge some fees. You'll probably be talking a little over 20 grand by the time you tap into the power line, the water line here, and then build a septic system, and then you'll be up to code to build a house. They want you to do at least 1,000 square foot house in this neighborhood. They don't want you to do RV or some other tiny home. They want you to do 1,000 square foot. I mean, it's a smaller home. I mean, the house I live in is like 1,300 square foot. It's a smaller house. So here's some trees on the properties. Good looking trees, bunch of trees. Trees. There's a neighbor, and yeah, just a good set of trees. Here's a local high school. That's like 5-minute kind of drive over to the school. There's town. So here's the main street of the local town. This is Willits. They got a good grocery store, and just the basics. I think it's a bank, bar, restaurants. The classic basics of small hometown. There's Chase Bank. I think they've got a couple different banks to choose from. Just some shops. People are actually there, parked there. Here's Mariposa Market. It's organic and natural foods. So you can get some high quality groceries in this little town that's near the property. There's gas. Gas is over $4 now, but when this picture was taken, it was $3.45. Safeway. So there's another grocery store in the area. Grocery store, pharmacy. There's the town. Willits is the name of the town. Heart of Mendocino County. We've got you can see movies in town. So here's some different pictures, street view, shots, views of the property. So what I wanted to do is show you that this thing's on the website. This property's on the website. It's the cheapest property in Mendocino County, California. 0.43 acres, $2,900. I've got videos of drone shots flying over the property and around the property and looking at it from multiple different ways. And then some views from here, from satellite views. You can play with the maps. And I've got GPS coordinates. You click on that, it'll give you driving directions to the property, so you can drive over there and take a look at it. Got a buy it now set up on the website, so you can click on that, and it takes you to a checkout. You can put your title information in there, what name you want to own the property in, tax address where you want future tax bills sent to, contact information, and click and hit next. And then it'll ask you for a credit card or debit card or a bank account. You could use ACH if you want to pay for it that way too. and then I'll fill out the paperwork. I'll get the deed in the name that you put here in this title box, and I'll get that recorded with the county, and the county will send you the recorded deed, and it's your property. It's your property when you check out, but I'll do the paperwork to get it transferred over to you. And there's some descriptions in here saying the neighborhood is requiring a 1,000 square foot. And there's a local architect. I got his phone number on the website, his name and phone number on the website. He's part of the neighborhood there, and you gotta get your design of what you're building past him. And he's also available for to tell you about how to make it work. And I've talked to him a couple times. Just basic house, you know, just simple house. They're just looking for normal houses, nothing special or fancy or whatever, you know. So you could talk to him. I think he charges $200 to review the property plans, and then you take it to the county, and the county wants, I think it's 6 sets of plans. They were telling me they want 6 sets of plans, and it sounds like Bob asked the local guy to take a week or two, probably 2 weeks, to review it and say okay if everything's in order. And then the county sounds like they take another week or two to review your plans and say okay if everything's in order. It doesn't sound like it'll take very long. If you got plans, you buy the property, you got plans, you get it past them before you can break ground and start building. So you pay the local community for the power and the water connections, hand those plans in, get the approvals, and you can start building a house. It's a really easy place to go set up. Timeline, hurdle wise, it's mainly just, you just got to pay. Just got to pay their fees and sign stuff and go for it. And so because the fees are high on the power hookups in the area and the water hookups in the area, they're not high in relative to lots of other places I've done land, but they're high for this area. I mean, they're charging for power and water, it's more than 20 grand. You know, it's probably under 25, but between 20 and 25 grand roughly. Go talk to the neighborhood and get the real prices. But 20 to 25 grand to get power and water hooked up. That has not scared people away from this neighborhood, but it's priced it into the neighborhood. And in the past, why prices are really low in this neighborhood is what happened was they built this neighborhood with a lot of properties, and they made a lot of green space around the area. So the green space is like preserving nature, and a lot of that nature preservation allowed them to get permission to build all the roads into this beautiful countryside and put in so many housing lots. And so they had to build water infrastructure to support this. So they built, they dammed some rivers, and they worked on a bunch of water infrastructure. And the cost of that water infrastructure is what they're trying to get back. And the same with the power infrastructure. They're trying to get back power and water infrastructure fees. So they have these connection fees that are above and beyond just a regular connection fee. You know, it's like an extra 9 grand of, you know, money going back to the original people to put the money up for this, instead of just going to paying for hooking up lines and pipes and stuff. But along the way, the state owns the water. The state owns the water rights to the area, so they sell that to the neighborhood. And the neighborhood asks over time, okay, more people want to build houses. Can we have some more water rights? Can we have some more? Can we have some more? Eventually we got into, the state didn't want to give up any more water rights because they didn't believe the infrastructure in the area was sufficient to support the number of houses that were being built. And so they said no more building until we got some more water to give. And so the neighborhood got some grants from the state, and they added on to one of the dams that's there. They added like 3 foot up on top of the dam to get larger water capacity. And then they got more permits to build more water allocation so people can build more houses. And so now there's a window right now to go build houses in this neighborhood where you can get water allocations to go build a house. But eventually, out into the future someday, we probably won't run out of those water allocations. The rate they're going, it's probably 10 years or something from now. And you won't be able to get more water allocations to build a house without the neighborhood doing something to create more water infrastructure. So it's they perpetually have to keep adding on to the water infrastructure to get more water allocations from the state. And because of that, people are scared that it might not happen, and it's not going to happen. And it limited building in the past for a couple of years. And since then, they've opened it back up, but prices are still low because people were scared that the water allocations had dried up and they weren't giving out anymore in the past. And so that's why you can buy property here, big redwood trees with infrastructure for $2,900. And now if we take a look at the marketplace, let's jump back onto the here. If we go to Zillow, I'll do Zillow and Realtor, but I just have Zillow pulled up first. I've got the whole county, Mendocino County, California, pulled up. And the cheapest thing that comes up over here is 4444. And this is the same property. I just lowered the price from 4444 to $2,900. I'm thinking $2,900 because these other ones have been up for sale for a good long time, and they haven't sold for like $5,000, and people keep lowering the price, and the ones that are under $5,000 tend to sell. So I've sold numerous ones in this lot, in this neighborhood, and like this is one of my properties. I think this is half this page. This is one of my properties. I'm not sure exactly which ones are, but I've got a couple of them to sell. I think this is one of my properties. You can see the same style of photography. So I'm not 100% sure, but I think that they all are. Here's Ridge Road. That's one of my properties. So I've got numerous ones there that are coming along, and there's numerous ones to choose from. But the cheapest one is this property, and I just lowered the price to $2,900, so it's not even $44.44 anymore. Now if we zoom in on the area, you can see there's numerous properties for sale in this neighborhood, and the pricing of it is all over the place, from my cheapest ones up to, I don't know, $265,000 or whatever some people are asking. Now if we go on realtor.com, it's the same story, but just a couple different listings. 4444, that's the same property we're talking about. It's the cheapest one on here. If we zoom in, there's $4,000, $5,000. These blue out here. I like this side of the neighborhood better because it doesn't have the sewer system that this side has. And everyone says, why wouldn't you want the sewer system? Well, because it's expensive to tap into the sewer system over there, and out here you can build a septic system. You can do your own. So I kind of more inclined to go after these septic system ones, but I've got properties in the sewer system area as well. But I think you're paying for that a little bit more. Generally, they're more expensive in the sewer system than having to go build a septic. And if you just price in the septic, it's like, what's the difference? So there you have it, $2,900. There's nothing like that price on the markets that I can see. I mean, go do your own research, maybe find something cheaper somewhere. But I think I've got the cheapest one in the area, $2,900. I've got a couple others. I mean, these ones are sold, but there's some other ones here that are for sale. If you go to ruralvacantland.com or go to the link below in the description of this, it'll take you back to the listing on this property, and you can do that map search, and you can see the other ones I've got for sale in the neighborhood too. So if you're going out there, you might as well go look at a bunch of them and see which one you like. So I've also got all these drone video shots of up above, and you can see it in 3D from multiple different points of view, and looking at it, pictures and everything else before you even go out there. So take a look at the website. The link's down below. And I just want to say thank you. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, and you see more videos like this over time about other properties. The cheapest one in the area, the best one here, the biggest one there, and I'll just keep serving them up. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Talk to you again soon.